Movie sections, the smallest one for the week. We have the Resident Evil reboot update, plus we have Netflix getting the rights for Cujo, which is very interesting and honestly not much more. So here we go. Welcome, nerds, to the Clips channel. You are about to watch the movie news for the week, at least since the last time you were here, probably. So, movie news, this is a smaller portion of a larger video. If you want to get all of the nerdy news, all of the pop culture stuff that's going on, go check out the main channel, Generally Nerdy. The name of the show you're looking for is called The Week in Nerddom, and that's where you can get everything. Or you can just stay here and specifically watch movie news. We're going to talk about upcoming movies. We're going to talk about things that are happening in the box office right now, see how they're doing, that kind of stuff, and yeah, the kind of everything pertaining to movies. So let's jump into that. This is, or happens to be anyway, our smallest section for the week, but we do still have some follow-ups, or a follow-up to talk about, and that is Resident Evil. We now know that the Resident Evil reboot movie, brought to us by Zach Kreger, I think is how you say that last name, the same director who brought us that wickedly crazy Barbarian movie a couple years ago, that the reboot now has a release date. That release date is September 18th of 2026. So next September is when we're going to be seeing the Resident Evil reboot. So hold your breath a little bit longer, I guess. And then that, like I said, that's the only piece of follow-up we have. We have one piece of regular ass news, and that is Cujo. Netflix just bought the rights for live-action Cujo. The last time there was a movie made about the book Cujo from Stephen King was September of... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong notes. 1983 is when the last movie came out. It seems that they're planning on doing a new adaptation for Netflix, but I don't know, man. That seems... Maybe they'll do a series? That seems even less likely. I don't know. This is just a weird, kind of obscure thing. They have a couple of other Stephen King adaptations on their platform, so maybe they just really like adapting Stephen King. I don't know, but there you go. And that leads us into our suggestion for the week. The suggestion this week is a little bit of a weird one because it's not a movie that I necessarily love, but it's a movie that kind of brings up interesting philosophical questions for more normie types. The philosophical in the nature of religion, and that is Heretic. That is our suggestion this week. Heretic is horror conversation about the nature of religion, done in the style that only A24 can do. Really, we're going to go into it in great detail, my full feelings on this movie, in the That Just Happened episode this week, but I do think it is worth a watch by most people. Not the least of which reason is because it's an A24 movie, but it's also a pretty well done, interesting, though maybe not the best executed conversation on such things. Probably one of the more coherent conversations in the genre of horror, so there's that. But anyway, that is your suggestion this week. Heretic, streaming over on Max. Thank you very much, nerds, for tuning in. If you want to level up your nerdy, geeky, pop culture knowledge, then don't forget to subscribe and do all of the things. Go check out the main channel, Generally Nerdy, for the larger portion. Again, you get all of these sections into one convenient video over on Generally Nerdy. The name of the show is The Week in Nerddom. Thank you for checking out this clip. We will see you next time. Before we go, though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.